Hello everyone, great to be here. Well, before we start, let me tell you a quick story. You probably must be wondering, right, who's that cute kid in the school uniform back there? Well, save your guesses. Actually, that's me. This was a very important time in my life. When I was at the age of 16, I got on stage to give a speech. The spotlight was hitting on my face. The camera lights were flashing everywhere. All in a sudden, I was blank. I've forgotten my lines. With my head held low and with all that embarrassment, I got down from the stage and I cried all the way back home, vowed to never speak again. Fast forward, here we are today on the stage for the very second time. With that, welcome to my TEDx. It's never too late to start your venture. In my whole life, I played everything so safe. I did what everyone told me to. Went to college, got an education, graduated, then adulthood kicked in. Joined the corporate life, became HR director. Stable job, big salary, great title. The usual stuff, right? But somehow, somewhere, I felt like an autopilot mouse, constantly running on a hamster wheel. I think I could do a little bit more better than this, but I didn't know how. My daily routine caught me up. Outside, my career life was flamboyantly glamorous, but inside, I was numb. That's when I had to think to myself, hey, Harpreet, is this what you want to do forever? Pay bills and rocking business casual till retirement? Only my four walls knew my pain and the burning passion desire to start something. All I wanted to do was slightly more better than this. I did not want a scripted life. Something colorful, something chaotic, maybe something originally designed. That's when I did something so irrational. Considering it as a leap of faith, I started my own luxury scarf line. Also, when I started my luxury scarf line, I had so much of worries, so much of fantasy. What am I going to do with it, right? Well, let me tell you a big confession. I do not have any sort of background in designing. Zero knowledge in fashion industry. Up to the extent, I don't even know what a hem is all about, let alone dealing with types of fabric or working in a creative studio. Deep down, I knew I need to make something beyond than fashion. Something that made women feel seen, feel empowered. Scarves that told stories. My version of soft power. And yes, my fears arrived like those uninvited dinner guests on the table. Emotionally, I was terrified of those harsh criticisms, failing in public, the rejections. Am I worthy enough? Mentally, I kept on questioning myself every 7 seconds. This anxiety and nervousness caught me up, including right now as well. Balancing ambition and perfectionism was never easy. Financially, I used up all my savings, my energy, my sanity, and all my savings, my hard-earned savings. Investing in prototypes and international travels. Whenever I go to any pitch meetings, right, I will be praying that I will get some sort of positive news, but always end up with polite rejections. There were many nights when I lay on bed at night, I'll be thinking to myself, did I just ruin my life in the name of fabric? I started selling my scarves. Some days were average. Some days were nothing at all. Days became slower and mundane. One quiet morning in Paris, when I was having my breakfast or sipping my hot chocolate, someone from the next table complimented on my scarf. She asked me, where did I got this from? I told her, I am the designer, and yes, this is my very own first private collection. She was shocked. And deep down, I was thinking, did I just ruin my day by saying something, funny? Or is it a joke to her? Or a mockery in broad daylight? And then, quickly up front, she told me she wanted to buy these from me. I stood stunned. I was like, being skeptical. Are you sure? Really? Is it so? And she was like, yes, right now. And I quickly dragged her back to my hotel nearby. And I showed her my samples. And she picked up her own scarf and she started styling it in front of the mirror. And then she turns around smilingly and she says to me, my dear, this makes me feel better. Tears started rolling. My legs were trembling. Time stopped. I never felt so much of joy, euphoricness. Something touched my heart. I've been working so hard, many days and many nights, for many, many months. And someone actually told me on my face that my hard works actually meant something to me. And then from that day, I realized this. I wasn't just selling scarves, but confidence, elegance, and identity wrapping around shoulders. From there, things began to unfold. I traveled from Dubai to Europe, from fashion runways to local markets. And traveling became my therapy, to be honest. Each city, each woman I met helped me to discover part of myself. I started doing tiny little brave things. I call them my very own micro bravery, like pitching, selling, designing, taking inspiration out of something, being kind to yourself, doing baby steps, journaling your doubts, and yes, with all the HR experiences that I have been accumulating over the past many years, it helped me to balance my chaos with clarity. And yes, upholding my management principles as well, such as planning, organizing, leading, controlling, and coordinating, kind of smoothened my journey along the way. Now, I would like to show you something. This isn't just a piece of scarf. What I'm about to show you is a framework. Building something meaningful, a venture, a vision, a life. There are 4 elements to it, and each one of it carries its own lesson. First is the thread. Each scarf begins with a thread that cuts deeper than silk. It is all about the connections, the relationship you have with your collaborators, your investors, your logistics and makers. It is a very true symbol of value and craftsmanship. From sourcing to stitching, every thread upholds ethics and creativity, the fingerprints of every man and woman who believe in this purpose. Second is the color. This represents the diversity of thought, each coming from various backgrounds, different voices in the room, the contrast, the brilliance, and the aura of every unique individual. Each hue tells us a story. A sunrise in Morocco, the bustling markets in Jaipur, the lush greenery of Malaysian rainforests, the light and shadow puppetry of the Javanese culture playing in the midnights. As you can see, I can go on and on describing to you the variations, many versions to it, from a celebration to festive season, capturing human moments and connection, all coming from different walks of life. Third is the design. Look closely at the lines, at the curves and the symmetry. They speak a language of structure and empowerment. It is a silent architecture built to hold confidence. It mirrors the woman who wears it, grounded, graceful, and intentional. Your ideas, needs, anchor. They cannot be floating around forever, just like your plans, your processes, and direction. Each motive carries balance. There is a flow, yet there's strength, as if the scarf itself is reminding her, you can be soft and strong all at once. And finally is the story. This is the soul, the very true purpose, displaying one's vision, why it all matters. The story that connects you to the world when art meets strategy. Proudly to say, I am both the architect and the masterpiece. You see, when people know about the story of your product, they just won't simply buy it for the namesake, but they start to appreciate, acknowledge the value behind it. It's funny, right? It's funny. The girl who once forgotten her lines on stage is now creating a world where women speak without saying anything, through art, elegance, and identity. So, if you are sitting here hoping for your fears to fly away, please don't. Confidence doesn't come knocking at the door first. It is always the courage that masters up. Don't wait for the fire. Be your own match. It is never too late to ignite your future because someone out there needs your flame to light theirs. I'm Harpreet Kaur, everyone. Thank you.